Just when the ribcage starts to turn, just below that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just where the ribcage turns or ends in the front side of the body, just below that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The cross tapping, keep your hands crossed. The right thigh will hit on the left side, the left on the right side. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, relax. Catch your breath. We do forward bending, backward bending, and sideways bending. So keep your hands on your waist, 4 fingers in the front, thumb at the back. Take a deep breath. As you start breathing out, start bending forward. Keep the head looking up till the body is parallel to the ground. Then tilt the head downwards. Start going further. Wherever you can go. Then breathing in, start coming up. Continue to breathe in till you're straight. Hold your breath. When you want to breathe out, start breathing out and bend backwards. Keep your balance. Then breathing in, come back and relax. Take 2, 3 deep breaths, catch your breath. Then get ready for the next round. Deep in, breathe in deeply. As you breathe out, start bending forward from the waist. Keep looking straight till the body is parallel to the ground. Then tilt your head down. Go further down wherever you can reach. Then breathing in, start coming up. Hold your breath. When you're ready to breathe out, start bending backwards. Maintain your balance. Hold your breath. Breathing in, come back. Again, relax. Take a couple of breaths. When you're ready, last round, take a deep breath in. Breathing out, bend forward. Hold your breath. Breathing in, come up. Hold your breath. When you're ready to breathe out, bend backwards. Hold your breath. Breathing in, come back and relax. Now spread your legs a little wide. Turn the right foot towards the right side. Both the hands by the side. If you want to watch first round, you watch and then you can practice. So breathing in, you will bring both the hands parallel. Breathing out, you bend the right leg. The right hand will go by the side. The left hand will come over the head. And you look at your left thumb. Hold your breath. Then breathing in, you will start raising the left hand up, bring the right hand up, bring it parallel, hold your breath. Then breathing out, bring both the hands down. So get ready, spread the legs as per your comfort, maintain your balance. Breathing in, bring both the hands by the side, hold your breath. Breathing out, bend the right leg, the right hand by the side, left hand over the head. Try to look at your left thumb. Hold your breath. Breathing in, start coming up. Left hand goes up, right hand comes up. Hands are now parallel with the shoulder, hold your breath. Breathing out, bring both the hands down. Now turn the right leg back, turn the left leg outwards, and you will repeat the same on the left side. So breathing in, both the hands up. Breathing out, bend the left leg, turn to the left side, right hand over the left ear, look at your right thumb. Breathing in, come back, hands parallel to the shoulder, hold your breath. Breathing out, bring both the hands down. Then slowly bring your legs back and slowly sit down and be in yogic breathing till we start the class. Hello. Hi, but I'm in a class right now. I'll call you in the evening. Yeah. So be in yogic breathing. Pay complete attention to your breath and the way your abdomen expands as you start breathing in. Continue to breathe in, expanding your chest. Continue to breathe in, expanding your clavicle and shoulder. Hold your breath. Very slowly start breathing out, releasing the shoulder and the clavicle, then chest, and then your abdomen. Make your sankalpa for chanting mantra Om. I'm chanting Om. creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I'm creating 3 layers of protection. On the outermost layer, I have 6 friendly creatures, an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that is a big ring with balls of fire. I'm lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall to go up all around me. The 3rd layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of the mantra Om that I'm chanting. So take your attention to Mooladhara Chakra, 4 petal lotus, red color. Take a deep breath. Om. Take your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra at the spinal terminus, 6 petal lotus, orange color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura Chakra behind your navel, 10 petal lotus, yellow color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata Chakra behind your heart center, 12 petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind your throat pit, 16 petal lotus, blue color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Ajna Chakra behind your eyebrow center, 2 petal lotus, indigo color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra at the center of the top of your head. 1000 petal lotus, white color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Kavavahai Tejasvinamadidamastu Ma Viddhishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Arigi Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Keep the hands near your chest. Follow me in making your sankalpa and chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. If you know the mantra, chant along, otherwise just be in the vibrations of the mantra. Om Triambakam Vijamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Vijamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Vijamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Very slowly disengage both your hands. Keep the hands on your knees. Keep your body absolutely steady, eyes closed. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of the mind. Be a passive observer to the thoughts as they flip in and out on your mind screen. Don't interfere with the thoughts, don't stop the thoughts. Just be a passive observer of what comes in, how it goes out. Now become a curious observer. Ask yourself a question, where is this thought coming from? Where is it dissolving? As you ask that question, there is a momentary blankness. Try to focus your attention on that blankness. Feel completely grounded to Mother Earth. Be confident that she will always provide you for all your necessities in life. Feel a surge of energy coming up from Mother Earth, penetrating your body, reaching out to each and every brain cell and body cell, giving you a unique sense of confidence to face up to the external world, be it pleasant or unpleasant. Then gently open your eyes, get ready for today's practice. So we'll be introducing you to a new practice called the green light effect. You need to choose one side of your body which you will work on. So we'll give you some tips on how you can choose. So to do that, first stand up. Keep your hands at your waist bone. If you want, pin yourself so that you can look at yourself in your own Zoom mirror much better. And look at whether one side, the finger is taller than the other. If you find there is a difference between the two levels, the side which is shorter is the side you will choose to work on. So first point of choice is between the two sides. If one side is shorter, the side that is shorter is the one you will work on. Then you will keep your hands on either side of your spinal cord. From the back, you try to press and see whether one side the muscle is tight. Keep pressing on either side and see if when one side you find the muscle is tighter. If you find muscles are tighter on one side, that will be the side that you will choose. Now very slowly lie on your back. And try and adjust your camera so that we can see you in your lying down position. Once you're rested completely, very slowly turn your head to the right side and take it to the extent you are comfortable. The moment you feel a strain, stop. And then slowly bring the head back to the center. Take it till you feel a slight strain and then stop. And then slowly bring it back to the center. Now take it to the left side and stop when you feel a slight tightness and bring it back to the center. And find out which side was more easy to go. That means which side you could turn more, which side you are turning less. The side that you are turning less will be the side of your choice. And if after all this, you still cannot decide, then you can choose whichever side you feel comfortable. Please remember, different people will choose differently. So I need to give instructions on a common basis. So I will use the side that you're opting to work as your side 1 and the other side as your side 2. Okay, on this understanding, if you want to first watch, you watch and then we will get into the position. You will be lying on your tummy. I am demonstrating with the right side, but you will do it on the side that you have chosen. Now on this side, whichever is your side chosen,
You turn your head so that the spine will come onto a slight curve. You will slightly fold your leg, very little. So your body, now the spinal cord gets into a slight C. The fingers are somewhere near your cheek. And your head is turned to your side. So the first movement on this will be to slowly raise your hand up and very slowly take it down. And then there is something called stop and go. So after you have taken it to the top, you will come partially down, then recontract. Then further down, recontract, and then you will go all the way down. I forgot to mention, if you people can have some cushion or a support, it is okay if you can quickly grab, otherwise today we will practice without the cushion. Now very slowly get ready, turn on to your right, the side that you are working on, turn the head that side, bend the same side leg a little bit, knees slightly pulled up, hand flat on the ground, fingers near your chin somewhere. The fingers near your face, fingers near your face. The same side hand, fingers. No, you're not. Some of you have not still got it correctly. Please watch once again. When you're turning to the side two hand is by the side. The side one you are turning, that hand comes near your face. This is the position you will lie on. And you need not lift the leg so much. You will bring the leg only so much, very little. Slight bend. There should be a slight C curve on your spine. That is important. Okay? So start once again. Get into position. The side two hand is by the side of your body. Side one hand, yeah, correct. Now you're right. Very slowly, while you're breathing in, lift your elbow away from the ground. You will feel there is a contraction of the muscles along the shoulder girdle. This is called upper trapezius. So feel the upper trapezius contracting when you're doing it. And very slowly bring it down. Let it come down very slowly, very slowly, very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. Relax. So once again, breathing in, take it up all the way. And very slowly let it come down. Be aware of the upper trapezius muscle contracting when you're doing this. And feel the release of the upper trapezius muscle as you're releasing it. Very good. Now we will do what we call a stop and go. So very slowly, breathing in, bring the hand up, elbow up. Now while bringing it down, bring it only 1/3 the distance, 1/3 your normal distance, and hold it there. Then take it back a little bit. Now take it another 1/3 distance, go down further and hold it. Recontract a little bit. And then very slowly take it all the way down to touch the ground. Wonderful. Now one more full journey, so lift the elbow up all the way, feel the contraction of the upper trapezius, and very slowly take it back, experience the upper trapezius relaxing and lengthening. Feel the upper trapezius relaxing and lengthening. Very slow,
Bring it down very slow. And relax slowly. Feel the release and the lengthening of the upper trapezius muscle. Wonderful. Now we are going to work on the mid trapezius and the rhomboid muscle. So for this, you will take your hand and keep it either on the lower back. You are in this position, slightly curved. The side one hand, you will either take it on the back, but when you take it on the back, your elbow must touch the ground. Otherwise, keep it on your side one buttocks. If that also is not possible, just keep it on the side and allow it to touch the ground. The elbow must rest on the ground. Okay? So keep your hand wherever it is comfortable for you. And then the motions are the same. So breathing in, lift the elbow up. Now you will feel the contraction at the middle trapezius and the rhomboid. So experience that very slowly, and then very slowly allow it to come back and rest on the ground. Excellent. Second round, slowly lift it up, very slow. When you're taking it up, it should be very slow. When you're taking it down, it should be very slow. Experience the contraction of the mid trapezius and the rhomboid. Lovely. Now we'll do the same stop and go. So you lift it up all the way very slowly, and then take it down 1/3 the distance. Hand is resting on the back only, the hand will not come up. Yeah, correct. Now very slowly bring it down 1/3 the distance and hold it. Recontract a little bit, go back a little bit, come down another 1/3 distance. Hold it, recontract a little bit, and then let it go all the way. As you do this, experience the mid trapezius muscle and the rhomboid relaxing and lengthening. Pay attention to that muscle, that is most important. The more you are aware, the more these practices help you tremendously. So one more full journey. As you lift your elbow away from the ground, experience the mid trapezius and the rhomboid contracting. And as you release and slowly take it down to the ground, experience those muscles relaxing and releasing and lengthening. Just experience what you've done just now in terms of what you feel in your body. Now for the third movement, you continue to be turned to the right side, leg a little bend. You will bring your hand a little with the fingers closer to your forehead. Now in this, you will keep the elbow down, lift only your shoulder. And the shoulder's direction will be toward the opposite buttock or the opposite hip. Can you see the movement of the shoulder? The elbow remaining on the ground and face is turned like this. And then you will slowly bring it back to rest. Okay? So movement is from the shoulder, elbows are resting on the ground. You're working on lower trapezius muscle. So just at the bottom of your scapula or the backbone, you will feel the contraction of the muscle. Pay attention to that. On the side you are working, just below closer to the lower side of the backbone is where you will feel the contraction. So very slowly initiate the movement from your shoulder, directing it towards the opposite hip, and very slowly bring it back to rest on the ground. Second round, very slowly breathing in
Initiating from the shoulder, keeping your elbow on the ground, wonderful. Very slowly release it. Now we'll do a stop and go. So initiate the movement from the shoulder, take it wherever it can go, and then bring down only 1/3 the distance and hold it. Take it back a little bit. Take it down another 1/3 distance. Hold it. Take it back a little bit. And now take it all the way down to relax completely. Now one last full journey. Take it all the way up. And then very slowly allow it to relax. Feel the lengthening of the lower trapezius. Bring your shoulder back to rest on the ground. Then just experience what you have done so far on the trapezius muscle, the backbone, the backside, particularly the side that you are working in. Compare what you can feel on the side you are working at the back as compared to the other side on the back. Notice any differences that you can do. Now the next one is what we call a shoulder rotation. It's a little difficult to demonstrate, but I'll still try and do it. Essentially, in your lying down position, you will be moving your shoulder to make the backbone rotate. Okay? The first rotation is called a vertical rotation. You will imagine that your backbone, there is a big circle which is dividing your backbone into a right side and the left side. So you will take it forward towards the ceiling, back side of the body, down. So it will go in this fashion. So circle is, this way it is circling. The second one, you will imagine that circle is dividing this backbone into a top portion and a side portion. So you will move to the side, lift it up, take it to the other side. So it will rotate in this fashion. So one rotation is like this, one rotation is like this. Okay, so that is what you will try and initiate. And I'll try and show it to you. You can see, if you can see my body. What you can do is, if you pin my video, you can see a closer view and you can be able to get a better view of the whole thing. So in this position, I'm lying down, slightly turn the head, and I'm initiating, moving the shoulder forward towards my face, towards the ceiling, towards my leg, towards the floor, towards my head, towards the ceiling, towards the backside, towards the floor. So in this direction it will rotate. Then I will reverse the direction, take it towards the foot, ceiling, face, down. Foot, ceiling, face, down. And we should do this slowly. There should be no fast movement, slow, very slowly. And then the sideways movement is, I'm taking it to the side, taking it to the ceiling, taking it towards my elbow, down. Left, ceiling, right, down. Left, ceiling, right, down. So those are the two movements that you will do. So get ready for the movement. Experience the rotation of your shoulder blade as you are doing the practice. So very slowly get ready to initiate. Start moving your shoulder towards the face or towards your head, then towards the ceiling, towards your leg, towards the floor, towards the head, towards the ceiling, towards your foot, towards the ground. Very slowly, slowly. No speed. Very slow. After 4 rounds, reverse the movement. Go opposite. Very good.
Wherever I can see all of you are doing correctly. Where I cannot see, I cannot help. Wonderful. Relax. Take a couple of breaths before you do the horizontal movement. Very slowly do the horizontal movement. First initiate towards the spinal cord or spine, then toward the ceiling, toward the outstretched elbow, down toward the floor. Towards your spine, towards your ceiling, towards your outstretched elbow, toward the floor. Towards your spine, towards the ceiling, towards the outstretched elbow, toward the floor. And then relax. We'll now reverse this towards the outstretched elbow, toward the ceiling, toward the spine, toward the floor. Toward the outstretched elbow, toward the ceiling, toward the spine, toward the floor. Toward the outstretched elbow, toward the ceiling, toward the spine, toward the floor. Toward the outstretched elbow, toward the ceiling, toward the spine, toward the floor, and relax. Now, if you've got these two, we'll be doing two diagonal movements. So, in the diagonal movement is one in this cross. So, you will take the shoulder up towards your ear, towards the ceiling, towards your hip, and down toward the floor. So, it will go in this direction. Cross. So, get ready. So, move your shoulders towards the direction of your ears, towards the ceiling, towards the opposite hip, towards the same side hip, toward the floor, towards your ears, away from your ear, toward the floor, towards your ears, away toward the ceiling, away from the ear, toward the floor, towards your ears, toward the ceiling, away from your ears, toward the floor. Relax. Now you'll do reverse. So towards the hip, towards the ceiling, toward the ear, toward the floor. In the direction of your hip, toward the ceiling, towards your ears, towards your floor. In the direction of your hip, towards the ceiling, towards your ears, towards your floor, and relax. Now it will be in the opposite direction. So one will be towards your lower spine, the other will be in the same direction as your shoulder, ceiling and down remains a constant. So move your shoulder blade towards the mid spine, towards the ceiling, in the direction of your shoulder joint, down to the floor, towards your spine, towards the ceiling, towards the direction of your shoulder joint, towards the floor, towards the mid spine, towards the ceiling, in the direction of the shoulder joint, toward the floor, and relax. Now reverse this direction 2 or 3 times, then relax. Once you've completed, I want you to relax your neck. And so the way you will relax your neck is in the position that you are lying in. You will just nod your head. And then you will use one hand to massage your neck.
Once your neck is fully relaxed, then we'll get down to the next movement. Now to experience the next movement, we are going to do what is called a vertebral highlighting. Now this is an excellent practice wherever, because of your posture of either forward bending or doing multiple work, your vertebrae have come together and started compressing on the nerves that are coming out, and that is resulting in any pain in your body. This will allow the vertebrae to elongate and then release those pressure on the nerves. So those of you who are having any back problem, like a back pain or other pain like the shoulder pain, etc., might experience a relief from those pain if you start practicing this regularly. Now this is a little difficult to get into it. So the starting is, you should first voluntarily compress your spinal cord. So the way you do this is try and take the neck a little down. If you do this, you will find a jerk or a slight compression on your spinal cord. And you should do this in the same position where you are lying. So if you're lying in this position, just try and take the neck inside and see the movement on your spinal cord. Once you've understood this, you will be working on three vertebrae at a time. Okay? So the first three vertebrae are the thoracic vertebrae that will work. So if you keep your hand at the back of your neck, right on the top, and very slowly bring it down, you will find the first bony elongation of the spinal cord. Just below that, three vertebrae are the first three thoracic vertebrae. So that is what we are going to work on and see how we will do this. You are in this position, slightly curved. You're taking the head down and you will try to bring the shoulder near the armpit closer to the ground. You will feel the compression of the three vertebrae there, and then you will release your neck, release the shoulder. The next time you will compress the shoulder and then try to bring the shoulder below the armpit down closer to the ground. You will feel the next three vertebrae compressing, and then you will release the three of them. Like that will come, the body will keep moving down till you come release all the vertebrae up to your sacrum. So three at a time is what we will take. So get ready, be in position. And if you are not able to get the move, please let me know. Very slowly, try to take the neck towards the body, feel the compression, and keeping it compressed like that, let the first three vertebrae go towards the ground by moving towards the armpit. Complete compression. Very slowly release all the three vertebrae. Feel them elongating as you release the neck as well as the shoulder. For the next round, you will come down three vertebrae below the shoulder blade now. So press your neck in and then flex the shoulder level towards the ground. Feel the compression of the next three vertebrae. And then very slowly release your neck, release your flexing. Now your focus will be towards the middle of your rib cage. So draw your head into your shoulder. Then side bend, flexing your aiming towards the next three located at the middle of your rib cage. So feel the three vertebrae at the middle of your rib cage, compressing, and then very slowly release that. Now the last three thoracic vertebrae toward the bottom of your rib cage. So draw your head into your shoulder, side bend the shoulder, flexing, focusing on the lower part of your rib cage, the three vertebrae there. Feel the compression of those three vertebrae, and then release your neck, release your flexion. Now your focus will be just below the rib cage or the first three lumbar vertebrae. So once again, draw your head inside. Flex the three lumbar vertebrae towards the ground. Feel the compression. Very slowly release. Now we are towards the sacrum and the last two lumbar vertebrae. So draw your head into the shoulder. And then flex using the last two lumbar vertebrae and your sacrum, and then release completely. And then relax. Just experience what you have practiced. How do you feel your spinal cord at this point in time? Do you feel the spinal cord on the side that you are working on? Feeling a little lighter, a little longer than when you started? Now we're going to try and make the entire spine go into a bow. So for this, I will once again demonstrate, and then you see, and then of course we can do it vertebrae by vertebrae, but we'll first start getting the whole thing in one go. So here, you will slightly hip hike. So if you take the thighs too much outside, then your hip is already up, which should not happen. You should keep it slightly either straight or very little bend. Hike your hip towards your armpit, so that this pelvis which is toward the floor will start coming up. And then side bend, creating a complete bow of the whole spinal cord. And then release your hip hike, release your curvature, and relax. So that's called the bow. So very important, get into position. Start the movement first by hip hiking your side one hip. And then bend towards the right side a little more, creating a bow. Very good. Lovely. And then slowly release it. Slowly release it. Do it 2 more times. Excellent. Now release and relax. Now we'll be repeating this whole process with a small change. First round, we created a compression by drawing the head inside the shoulder. In this, we are going to do what is called a gluteal pressure. That is, you will create a compression on the spinal cord from the bottom. So you'll create a pressure at the buttocks and push it up. So how you will do this? Everything else remain the same. Your head will remain in position. You will not draw the head into the shoulder. So if you're like this, you will remain like this. You will not do this drawing the shoulder. You will hip hike. So the right pelvis will slightly come up. You will feel the compression pushed into the spinal cord from the bottom. Experience that, and then side bend near your armpit, flexing the first three vertebrae, and then release. Release the hip hike. Then once again hip hike, bend near the shoulder, so you can see the next three vertebrae compression, and then release. Then again hip hike, come to the next three vertebrae and release. You can actually keep your fingers on those vertebrae, you can feel them moving. Like this, you will come till the end. So get ready. Make sure your head is in position, it doesn't move. You're not drawing your neck into your shoulder, you're keeping it as it is. Leg is a little straighter, very marginally folded. The pelvis is now touching the ground. So when you hip hike, the pelvis is slightly come up. The compression will happen moving from the bottom of your spinal cord, and then keeping it there, flex your armpit. Feel the first three vertebrae impacted and very slowly release it. Wonderful. Release your hip hike. Second round, when you're ready, hip hike. Now flex towards the shoulder. Feel the next three vertebrae compressing. And when you release, feel those three vertebrae releasing and relaxing. Now you will be at the middle of your rib cage for the next three vertebrae, three thoracic vertebrae. So hip hike, feel the movement at the bottom of the spinal cord. Hip hike towards the middle, flex to the middle of your rib cage. And then very slowly release and relax. Now the next one, hip hike. Focus your attention to the lower rib cage. Flex that portion by bringing it closer to the shoulder, to the floor. And then very slowly release and relax. Now three lumbar vertebrae just below the rib cage. Hip hike and flex the three lumbar vertebrae. And then very slowly release. Last two lumbar vertebrae and the sacrum. So hip hike, work on the last two lumbar vertebrae and the sacrum, and then very slowly release. Once again, you will repeat your bowing motion. So once again, hip hike and then bend from the top. The whole spine becomes into a bow. Experience that bow and then very slowly release. Wonderful.
So my neck is feeling strained. Is that okay?
No. Then reduce the extent to which you will move.
Okay.
Because any strain is not something that we encourage, because that means you are trying to do more than your body is comfortable now, or you are trying to overstrain yourself. So reduce the movement, be in your zone of comfort and try and tell me.
Okay. Thank you.
Kala, you're okay? Is there a discomfort? This should actually help you. You let me know how it looks, okay? Afterwards. All right. Now you will be lying on your shoulder. We will do working on what is called paraspinals and what is also otherwise
known as self-pandicular work. So what you're going to do here is you are in the same curve. Then you will hip hike you'll move closer, the right side will move closer to the floor. And when you're doing that, you will extend the left leg. Opposite leg, sorry. If you're on right side, you will take the body closer to the right side, lengthen the left. If you're on your left side, you will take the left side closer to the body, lengthen the right leg. So once you have done that, you will very slowly lift your right leg up from the ground, opposite leg, sorry. If you're on the right side, you lift the left leg up. If you're on the left side, you will lift the right leg up. So get ready, whichever side you are on, that side pelvis moves closer to the ground, getting you ready for a walking motion of lifting the other leg, and then slowly lift the opposite leg up. Wherever it can comfortably go and release. Slowly release, slowly release, slowly release. Now what you're going to do is you're going to move your hand a little up. Your fingers will touch somewhere in your face, near the chin or wherever it is. Now once watch, and what we are going to do is we are slightly bent. We are moving towards the side we are bent, and as we are lifting the opposite leg up, keeping the fingers touching your face, you will bring the chin, head, elbow up, try to look over your right shoulder, and then very slowly come down. Make sure that the pelvis on the side is touching the floor, allowing the opposite side to lift up comfortably. So very slowly, lift your opposite leg up, head, chin, face, elbow up. Very slowly release it. Very slowly release it. Now as you are lifting up, you will find compression coming up from both sides. When you're lifting the leg, you will find the compression coming down the leg, moving to the opposite buttocks. When the face is coming up, you will find the compression on the side of the spinal cord, same side. And as you come down, you will feel all of those muscles releasing, relaxing, and lengthening. So 2 more times, very slowly. And very slowly allow your head, face, leg to come down. Wonderful. Last round on your own. Then when you have completed, very slowly turn on your back and relax. Once again, just nod your head a little bit. If required, massage your neck a little bit. And then lie on your back. And then just relax. We need to do further movements, which we will try and practice tomorrow. So we will start from here tomorrow and then complete the rest of the protocol. Okay? So just now, just experience what you have done. Let your whole body sink into the ground. Allow the whole body to relax completely. Feel the side that you worked. Feel how that side is. Can you feel that side is touching the ground a little more as compared to the other side? Do you feel the side that you worked on, the back is extremely feeling relaxed? How is the shoulder on the side that you worked? How are the neck muscles on the side that you worked? How is the backbone on the side that you worked? Just experience it as much as you can. Then very slowly turn to one side, taking the support of your hand, keeping your heads looking down, sit up. When you sit up, just experience how you're sitting. You feel your body feels a little taller now. How does your spine feel? You feel the spine has corrected itself a little bit, your posture seems to have improved in your own internal feeling without opening your eyes. Just feel what you can feel about your spine from inside yourself. Then gently open your eyes, look at yourself on the screen and see whether your posture seems slightly different as what you are used to before. How do you look? I can see significant changes in many of you, but it is important that you experience it yourself. Then we'll get ready for the closure. So just be in a meditative position. Get ready to chant mantra Om 3 times. Make your sankalpa. Chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. Take a deep breath for chanting Om mantra. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma mritam gamaya, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। Rub your hands nicely. When they're warm, keep them on your eyes. Feel the warmth flowing in from the palm into the eyes. Very slowly release your hands. So be a little observant about yourself today. You might feel a little odd because your spine would have corrected. So just don't get worried about it. You have actually improved yourself, and then feel the experience of what you have done. We'll complete this exercise tomorrow, working on the rest of the body. So don't miss tomorrow so that your body can get completely balanced. So see you tomorrow, same time. Bye.